and ready to go. Yosia, you already mentioned the libero for the Spartans, and Ellie Stinson, of course, in the purple uniform for Northwestern. The rest of the Wildcats wearing the white tops, purple bottoms, and Michigan State with their green tops and black bottoms. It's Navarrete for that first serve, the first year to start things off. Left to right. And it's clean for Michigan State initially. Left-handed swing not there. Chin to the back row on the roll shot handled. Dump attempt for Bishop, expect to see a lot of that. And Stinson saves it. Up the middle it comes, and Duzema. Michigan State getting the middles involved early.
Well, Noah, Northwestern was all over the place on that first point, and making those circus plays is great for adding to a highlight reel, but not for the first point of the game. You want to settle yourself and get your passing down, and that was one of the struggles that Northwestern had all last week. As
you just alluded to it, it's what Shane Davis told us. They have got to fix that passing for the back row, especially a problem against Wisconsin in that 3-set loss. Navarrete handles this one much better. Rousseau for Randorf, and the dig there for Duzema, but nobody cleans it up for the Spartans.
It's a much different story to the game when you let your offense set up for Northwestern. Randorf has so much power on her swing. When she unloads, there's really no stopping her.
Catherine Randorf's 90th kill of the season. The opposite hitter has come on really strong of late. Set comes out for Grace Kelly, who can't get it through the block. Randorf again, way over that time. Just didn't get the swing right with the ball she got.
And I mentioned on the last point, she has so much power, but with that type of power comes a lot of risk too. We saw it a lot with Northwestern during the career of Temi Thomas-Ailara here in the purple and white. But with that, sometimes it's worth that trade-off.
Randorf, the sophomore out of Sugar Falls, Ohio, has played on the left and right sides in her career, but mostly on the right side this season. Up the middle for Dodson, and a great quick set, but Berger is there in the second setter's first rotation in this 6-2 for Michigan State. That time, no dig. Chin finishes for the Wildcats.
It looked like Michigan State was starting to set the table going short on all of their attempts to send one deep later, but Northwestern doesn't get the opportunity to do so, and now Drew Wright comes on as a normal starter, and looks like Northwestern swimming team starting to show themselves off a little bit.
Yeah, that's sure something here on Retro Night. Chin with the dig, she gets it back, and the system keeps it alive at least. And that will not go. A really tough ball for Moore to try to get to, and Aaliyah Moore couldn't do anything with it.
Michigan State struggled early in this one with finding their footing when making a pass. You get a look here, just all over the place with bump sets. Got to make it clean in order to score more.
Drew Wright, tough serve. And it's Aaliyah Moore out of system again, playing the free ball over. Rousseau for Dodson on the slide. Nothing doing. Another one for Moore. Dug back across. Moore one more time. The third time truly is the charm for number 13. She's on the scoreboard.
One thing you don't want to do for any Big Ten attacker is give them a second chance. That time Moore makes it pay off well, getting a look. Clean run up. Block was too late to get there and just off center.
Tooled that block just enough, and Drew Wright couldn't get there. First entrance for Jalen Swain. Goes after Stinson. Rousseau for Dodson again. The slide is there this time.
Dodson on the slide is bread and butter. That one marks her 100th kill of the season, the third Wildcat to do so. One of those other ones, San Giacomo, comes on to do it. So all three of Wildcats' 100 kill players are on the court at the same time right now.
It's Dodson and San Giacomo on that front line as Chin is back to serve. Up the middle, and it's put away by MacArthur. Amani MacArthur's first time on the floor today results in a kill.
MacArthur's been out there for a little bit, but hasn't made a lot of noise. Not too much going on in the middle for the Spartans, but when you give her the opportunity, she will definitely make it pay off.
Fifth year known a little bit more for her defense. The Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week already this year. Gets the kill there. Right overpass. Joust won by Michigan State. They get it back for Holdem and keep it alive off the block. Across for San Giacomo.
One thing we talked about with Shane Davis earlier this week is the crowd noise that comes into effect. A little bit loud on that last point. Dodson was calling for the slide, and Rousseau goes the other way to San Giacomo on it. Could have been a dummy call, could have been a miscommunication, but nonetheless, the point goes for the Wildcats.
Michigan State was certainly set up to stop Dodson. Rousseau makes the right decision. Overpass the other way, and there's a kill for number 5.
And one thing, if you're Michigan State, you do not want to let this crowd get into it. They play such a big part in giving the Wildcats energy. Shane Davis has been really appreciative of this crowd turnout this season so far, especially in conference play. And it leads to mistakes like that to get the crowd right back into it.
Student section showing out strong again. Michigan State's used to it. They saw 6,700 people against Michigan last week. Drew right on the bump set. Rousseau turns into an attacker, but the dig from Berger. Holdem out of system, doesn't matter. Put it down right in front of Drew Wright.
Just enough on that from Holdem to keep it in it. Keep this deficit to just 1. Really good play from the New Zealander, but when we were talking about those crowds once again, we get another look at Holdem's swing. Had to stand still a little bit. Really good placement, but looking at those crowds, consistency was so big for Shane Davis, and we'll get into that a little bit more throughout this game.
Long serve from deep. Rousseau tries to dump it, no dice. And Holdem finds a soft spot. Chin and Wright were in the same place.
Little miscommunication. Rousseau changing the pace, not giving her back row time to find the read, but that's just a mistake from Addie Chin. You don't need to cover the same part where you have another teammate.
Absolutely. It's kind of those off-speed swings for Michigan State that have had the most success. Bishop continues that unorthodox serving style, and it does not pay off that time. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody serve flat-footed from that deep in the floor, Eli.
And it still go long.
Yeah, exactly. You would think she's given herself enough space to work with, but not on that point. Wildcats holding on to that 1-point edge here early in set 1 as the southpaw setter goes back to serve. And aces it! Attacking Swain, and the sophomore was not up to the challenge on that one.
That could play out to be a huge swing in this first set, an error into an ace, not only in the scoreboard, but also in momentum.
And into the net goes Rousseau.
Maybe I was wrong.
Well, it's very, very early, Eli, but a number to watch for Northwestern here in the early going. That side-out percentage, again, limited volume, but at 83% right now, something they need to keep high, and it starts with those passes off of Michigan State serves. We'll see how they hold up against Holdem. Chin for Rousseau, and Randorf tools the block. It was a great combination from the Wildcats.
Yeah, last-second adjustment there from Rousseau. A little bit late to get to the ball. It wasn't the best pass from Chin, but it did the job. And setting up Randorf is all you need to do if you're Alexa Rousseau.
One thing Chin did do was keep it tight to the net. We know Northwestern has a lot more success inside of that 10-foot line on their sets. Bishop pushes it out for Kelly. And Navarrete off the scoreboard on their own side. Bad break for the Wildcats. That was going to go over, but it took that touch off the bottom of the scoreboard.
Just so much power on that swing, and a great effort from Navarrete to get it up, but just a little bit unlucky on that placement against the scoreboard there.
And they say Grace Kelly, this Michigan State team does, is their most energetic player. She showed it on that one. Kennedy Hill bringing the energy right back at him.
And that was one thing we also talked about with Shane Davis, just the diversity on this Northwestern attacking front. Not only is Hill there, Dodson, San Giacomo, Randorf, you can just keep listing them off. Everyone plays such a vital part in that Wildcat offense.
Well, how about it for both sides tonight, Eli? We are 18 points in. There are 11 players that have kills already. Kelly saves it for the Spartans, and they get it over. Rousseau has everything she wants. The ball isn't where Dodson thought it would be. Stinson on the other end. Randorf off the pin. Attack error from Northwestern, their first of the match.
That was their first, and it looked like they could have had the opportunity for Rousseau to dump after that free ball. Michigan State left a canyon in the middle on their side of the court. Playing it safe to go to an attacker is never a bad option, but always got to keep your eyes peeled.
Northwestern athletes of other stripes coming out tonight. We saw the swimming team already. Northwestern softball here to support their coach who had the first serve, and I just saw Ty Berry walk past the scorer's table for the men's basketball team. A second service error from the Spartans. It's the true freshman center, Cameron Berger, who misses that time.
And there were plenty of errors from the service line on both teams in Northwestern's game against Wisconsin a week ago. ultimately didn't prove to be the end-all be-all of things, but it certainly made itself known.
That side-out percentage continues to climb for the Wildcats as Wright hits her second serve. How about the spin on that thing?
Just a really tough read on that in the back row from Holdem. Trying to reach out towards her right to pick that one up, but that's the second sequence in a row an error has gone into an ace.
And Holdem, the freshman on that back row right now between a junior and a fifth-year player in Yosia and Moore. Wright can't put the pressure on her again. So Northwestern, 2 aces, Eli, both followed up with service errors.
And both of them coming off the previous point from a Michigan State error. So just so many free points are being given out. May need to put a price tag on it.
I think that's got to be what Shane Davis and Leah Johnson are saying to themselves right now. And look what we have here. We have not seen a pass in the last 4 points.
Sometimes it works. Most of the time it doesn't, but.
Jalen Swain with the error that time. And for the first time, Avery Hernandez. We were talking before this match that we might see Hernandez a little bit in the back row. Nominally an outside hitter, but she's great in that back row passing the ball. Holdem blocked back. And they give it to her again. The push goes out the side.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Dodson on the slide again. And a great effort from Yosia wasn't enough. That time, the Wildcats beat the block.
If they want to work Dodson on the slide, they have to do it as fast as possible. And that starts with a good pass. Great first ball from Northwestern, giving Dodson the time to kind of sneak around that and put it down.
And now Maddie Chin. Northwestern can taste this set. The 6-3 outside, pushes it long. Handled by Holdem. Off the top of the block. Great kill for Amani MacArthur.
Just a loud kill from Michigan State, climbing over that 20-point threshold. 2-point game once again. Just look how close it was at the top of that block. Dodson just splitting her hands apart.
Now Northwestern hoping to lean on that side out percentage again. Nalani Yosia, the Texas transfer. Overpass from San Giacomo, but Michigan State can't do much with it. San Giacomo does enough on the joust. Holdem, what a tough angle, couldn't find it.
There's that needed side out, Noah.
Absolutely, and it's set point for the Wildcats. They'll go to number 7. It's Leilani Dodson to try to serve out set number 1 and earn Northwestern their first set win of Big Ten play. Cross court. An awkward swing handled by Rousseau off the touch from Hill. San Giacomo handled by Yosia. More blocked. Kennedy Hill gets the needed point, and Northwestern has that set win they were searching for, and set pretty much exclusively the rest of the match. So we see something similar for the Spartans tonight. Randorf handled by Bishop. Great dig from her. Stinson, Rousseau, Wildcats in system, and Hill just missed it. They said that a Michigan State touch happened. It did not. The Spartans going to try to fight through this anyways. Expect to see a challenge should Northwestern win this point. Going to add some digs if nothing else. And Randorf comes through the block. This should be challenged by Michigan State. And so it's Bishop to serve again. Rousseau for Randorf. Finds a way through the block.
For Northwestern, even though in the gameplay coming away with 2 points, they're both loud statements at that. So although they didn't get that first point, they earned the second one.
And both times it was number 18 driving it through. Stinson hard and too long.
The 4th service error from Northwestern in this match, first in this set, but those errors starting to pile up for both teams again.
Absolutely. And for Stinson, we've now seen her commit 2 service errors a reception error. It has not been the best start for the junior libero. Nice pass that time. Wow, what a dig from Bishop. Another bite at the apple for Dodson, who tools the solo block attempt of Encore.
I said it in the first set when talking about Michigan State, but the last thing you want to do with a Big Ten attacker is give her a second chance. Dodson had 2 chances on a quick swing. Both times were really good. The second one just found the paper.
Dodson really getting going now with 4 kills and a block. The Wildcats have played through their senior middle. Bishop for Kelly, and the block slowed it down enough for Northwestern. Encore, that one was going long, but Navarrete held it in. Off the top of the block for Chin.
Doesn't matter if you take one that's going long, if you can earn it back, and they did just that.
The Wildcats bringing the fire right now. They are riding off the energy in this building. Take another look. Chin, right off the top of the block, just didn't get high enough to counter the 6'3" hitter. Josia for Bishop. Kelly rejected. Oh my, Alexa Rousseau. Has she been a presence of the net already today?
And that was something we said right at the top of this broadcast. If 5 plays well, this whole team plays well. Alexa Rousseau's getting it done so far with 13 assists.
We've seen the sets not be perfect sometimes, with 13 assists, 4 digs as well. And now her second block, and it's a response. Michigan State needed her, and Encore came through, and the middle will go back to serve. So Leah Johnson leaning on her sophomore here.
That one ending a 3-0 run from Northwestern. Sparty trailing by 1.
She's got four aces, but 10 errors on the year. Chin off the block. Rousseau kept it alive. We'll play the free ball. Up the middle again, it's MacArthur.
MacArthur, just one of the most experienced players out here, the 5th year in the middle. 6'3", one of the tallest on her squad. Just pushing it through. That's so much power there, even if she didn't unload on the swing.
And as we talked about it, Eli, briefly coming into this set, last time Michigan State lost the first set and won the match, it was Bishop the rest of the way. So far in this second set, all Julia Bishop. We haven't seen Cameron Berger. Something to keep an eye on. Rousseau on 2, using her height.
The best pieces for Northwestern's offense right now come from their first years and their seniors. Dodson and Rousseau in that upper class. Drew Wright and Gigi Navarrete in the back row really getting it done. That team, and Rousseau does the rest by changing the pace.
Looking to get that other veteran involved in Julia San Giacomo. We haven't seen a ton of her. And it's MacArthur again. Speaking of 5th years, how about 4 kills for Amani MacArthur, known much more for her block.
And before the game and even during it, we were talking about how Michigan State likes to filter through Taylah Holdem, while Northwestern's a little more diversified. Both teams starting to spread it out a little bit more. Holdem with 5, MacArthur with 4, Aaliyah Moore with 3.
We've seen the Spartans really spread it out. Here is Berger back in and serving. Dodson handled by Josia. Kelly just pushed it through, used the will to not get stuffed. And it's MacArthur again.
Just has been no stopping her right now, Noah.
1.57 kills per set entering play. She's got 5 kills. We're 10 points into set number 2.
And it doesn't matter who she targets in that back row either, whether it's been Chin, Wright, Stinson.
Clearly Northwestern read the scouting report, which said Michigan State doesn't use those middles much in the offense. They haven't been setting up for MacArthur, and she's made them pay. Bad pass. Another chance for MacArthur. This time Stinson gets there. Kelly blocks back. Both teams a little out of sorts. San Giacomo! That's what the Wildcats have been looking for number 22.
A near perfectly placed set from Alexa Rousseau right on the net, giving San Giacomo time to come in from the outside and go cross court with it. Look at this one more time. You don't even see her on the screen. She comes in that far outside and just goes right down the net.
You can also see on the screen coming down on her left foot, and it took her a while to walk it off. San Giacomo has missed time this year. She's got that knee really wrapped up as Dodson goes into the net. And of course, we don't know anything about what she's dealing with injury-wise or not right now, but she's been in and out a lot more recently than she was at the start of the year.
If she's out there and playing, though, if you're Shane Davis, you got to assume she's still good to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Kelly. Oh, that's Chin, pardon me, from the back row, missing. Didn't get exactly the set she was looking for, and Michigan State set up a pretty solid front line.
Seen a lot of Maddie Chin in the back row this season. Hasn't been too many clean looks from her there.
Grace Kelly back to serve again. Hill this time on the slide. Michigan State wasn't expecting it with number 17 in instead of number 7, and Kennedy Hill made them pay.
Well, if the 7's on the jersey, you might as well expect it coming now. It's proving that these middles are very versatile. It's not just Dodson who slides. Quick movement, great set from Rousseau again, and putting it through is Hill.
6 Northwestern attackers now with multiple kills. Rousseau has spread that wealth around. Berger, long set, and Holdem couldn't get there, but MacArthur could.
Just right place, right time for MacArthur off the block. Just puts it right back down if it went right in front of her face.
Amani MacArthur is getting kills every which way. She's got the most on the floor right now with 6.
Does rotate out here, though, so an opportunity for Northwestern to get back in.
Now Encore back to the front row for Michigan State. San Giacomo's pass is an awkward one. Randorf couldn't get it there. San Giacomo pushes it only as far as Berger. Moore is stuffed, roofed by Kennedy Hill.
I have no words on that. That was just picture-perfect defense there from Hill. Randorf getting up there, too. A statement block from Northwestern, who needed that point badly.
The size discrepancy showed itself there. The 5'9" Aaliyah Moore denied by the 6'1" Kennedy Hill. Gigi Navarrete goes at Yosia. Up the middle for Encore. A different middle, the same result for the Spartans. And you got to think, Eli, that might be what's behind that middle change for Michigan State and Leah Johnson. Encore a little bit more offensively minded up the gut for a Spartans team that has found itself wanting to go that way.
And a couple points ago, you mentioned the use of those middles that Northwestern wasn't scouting. Leah Johnson continues to do so.
Rousseau for Chin. That's that intermediate set that Shane Davis said they needed to be better on, and Rousseau delivered a beauty for Maddie Chin that time.
Just watching Maddie Chin throughout this season, she loves her opportunities in the front row. She makes this one pay off. Beautiful cross-court action there from number 4.
Stinson, Northwestern within a point. Misses again. It's 3 service errors for the Wildcat libero. Normally one of their steadiest servers, Eli.
It was a chance for Northwestern to tie this set up at 10. And Stinson, not only just the reliable server, just one of the most reliable players out there. She's wearing that libero jersey for a very good reason.
Big toss, big serve. Saved by Northwestern, but a chance for the Spartans. What a block from Chin. Just took it away from the newly entered Saline Ashlayan.
Keep mentioning Chin's time in the back row, but when you're 6'3", you've got to make the most of your opportunities up at the net. Doing so greatly with that right hand.
Ashlayan playing in just her 7th set this year. Another Turkish native. And again, Northwestern makes them pay. Rousseau that time to tie things up.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
It'd be a very different story. And Ellie Stinson, who had 3 service errors, now has an ace. The Wildcats didn't lose faith in their junior libero from the service line. She's going to try to make a run happen.
You saw her walking back to the line. She looks a lot more comfortable herself. Could be a good time to come in future sets.
4 points in a row. Michigan State had this set locked up. Can they get back there? Encore with the touch. Oh, what presence from the sophomore.
4 kills now for Encore, hitting that clip above 500. Great work so far from the Istanbul native.
Neil Encore, 49 kills coming into today. It was only hitting 286 for a middle, not the percentage you want to be at. Today has been a different story. And to try to close it out, big swing from Holdem. Randorf responds in kind, too big. And it'll go to Michigan State. Yeah, well, Seylin Ashlayan does have 4 swings today, but 2 attack errors. She's been valuable defensively for Michigan State, both at the net and at times in the back row. Bishop out for Encore. The slide is not there. Stare down block for Avery Hernandez. You talk about somebody coming on to play a big role. Number 8 is doing it all.
We've seen her in such limited capacity, but she's been so efficient, and every time she's on the court, getting it done in the air this time.
Missing long is Gigi Navarrete. Another service error for Northwestern, their 8th. Going back to Avery Hernandez, Eli. Played in 15 total sets coming into this one out of 42 for Northwestern. She's played in all 3 tonight and starting this one for the first time. Coach Davis expecting a lot from Hernandez, who handles that one well and gets it back. A dig with the elbow for Yosia. Navarrete for Rousseau, another intermediate set, and Randorf is stuffed. Holdem and Encore, that just took too long to develop for Northwestern.
So this is Holdem's first block. Great work from Michigan State to earn that one back. Otherwise, Northwestern looked like they were going to keep rolling, going with Hernandez.
Randorf just right into Holdem's arm. Another set from that 12 to 15 foot mark, and Hernandez puts it through the block this time. Number 8 has both points for the Wildcats.
Her 3rd kill tonight, continuing to get it done. She's definitely earned her spot to start this set.
Would not have had that on my expectations list coming into this one. Hernandez playing a huge role. Bishop for Holdem. Net violation. That time they had Ashlayan actually being in the net. Point goes to Northwestern either way.
Certainly didn't come from this side on a Holdem. Made a great play, was her only read on the ball.
We saw Ashlayan walking towards us. She didn't think she was in the net either. Point goes to the Wildcats without a challenge. Encore, that off-balance shot was so good for her in the last set. Not that time. Yosia sets up Holdem. Spinning in the block and down.
Second time I can recall in this match where the block goes Northwestern's way, but the recovery just isn't there. Getting enough piece of it to slow the ball down, but it just drops right in front of those middles.
Holdem back to serve again. Grace Kelly has come in now for the Spartans. Going at Navarrete, who handles it. Hernandez again, just wide down the line.
Going down line, certainly a great idea for Northwestern's really set up going cross court, whether it's at the net or deeper. It's a good idea from Hernandez, just no dice that time.
So still no Maddie Chin, no Julia San Giacomo. It's been Hernandez on that left pin. As Holdem throws it up high and puts it into the net. First error for Michigan State in over 40 points. Didn't come at a great time.
I was going to say, it's been quite a while since we've seen the service error after it was really the statement of set 1. We're seeing Drew right now for the first time in the 3rd.
Right, going at Holdem. Saved by Bishop and a punishing miss. Just barely, but the touch happened at the net. Northwestern was celebrating a point. Michigan State gets the number. I had about 2 different swings in my emotion right there. Take another look at the net here. Encore rising so high. Thought I saw a finger bend back, but it was close.
Moving very quickly there.
Rousseau, wow, Bishop had that red, but couldn't save it enough. 4 kills for Roos over the net, as the PA announcer here as well, Shrine Arena, has termed her on that one. 21 assists, 8 digs, 2 blocks, stuff in the stat sheet. But still, since that first set, it's felt like something has been a little bit lacking for Russo. Hernandez with a knuckler. Kelly, too deep. Hernandez read it really well, pulled the hands back at the last second. And it's Michigan State's attack that's starting to look a little bit out of sorts.
Hernandez's hands were really the only thing that moved on that play. Didn't make an effort to move towards the ball knowing it was sailing over her.
So you talked about that back line, that time in the right spot. And another error for the Wildcats. And of course, service errors never come at the right time, but Northwestern just has to slow the onslaught of errors down. 9 of them.
Line change for Sparty here too. Couple subs.
Berger. Whole new lineup. Dodson! Kelly tried to meet her solo, and that slide is starting to be more and more present for number 7.
One of the best clips in the entire conference. Leilani Dodson gets kill number 7. It gives Northwestern the lead.
Poor pass from Moore. Michigan State salvages it. Right on the dig. Demolished by San Giacomo.
Got to track that play back all the way to the serve. Dodson struggled from the line tonight, but that one really good placement, causing Michigan State to be really uncomfortable and not get a clean ball over.
First 2-point lead for Northwestern since set 1. Kelly, tough pass. Enough of a block touch for an easy dig for Hernandez. San Giacomo couldn't find her way through that time. Moore finds the space. Aaliyah Moore had a slow start today. That could get her going.
I mentioned at the start of this set, Aaliyah Moore was the statement in Michigan State's last time winning over Northwestern last November, making her name heard over the PA system again.
Absolutely. Right to Rousseau. Joust comes back to Northwestern. And San Giacomo puts it in the net.
Attack error starting to climb up for Northwestern early in the third. They had 6 entering it, up to 10 now.
The Wildcats just cannot find a rhythm. Ordinarily, Grace Kelly could help them with that, but she's on the other side. And she misses long. I'm gonna stop making the jokes now, especially because I did the rhythm one twice, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh, I heard it, don't worry.
To Grace's family, I really do apologize. It was once too many. 9-8 Northwestern.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
It's 17 apiece, and number 17 puts it across and out.
Not the way you want to come out of a successful challenge, Noah.
Absolutely. And if the Spartans were trying to use it as a timeout, they'd be unhappy with that as well. Rousseau has actually been one of the Wildcats' stronger servers tonight. Typically, she's at risk for errors. Hill solo stuffing MacArthur. Another chance, and Rousseau diving. San Giacomo plays it low. Holdem got the set she needed. When Taylah Holdem gets a clean run up, there's not a lot better.
13 kills now for the New Zealander. The Kiwi, I should say. That's more appropriate.
You could say either. I think she'd appreciate them both. Look how wide Holdem gets, and then just flows back inside that pin.
Just comes in at the last possible second. Such power from the first year.
Wildcats tied up with the Spartans. San Giacomo. That's a great dig from Yosia. Another chance. Oh, it's beautiful. The dummy from Hill sets up Chin perfectly.
We haven't seen it too much from Chin from Northwestern in this Big Ten Conference play especially, but just proving that she was one of the most powerful players on her Purdue squad last year, a big name brought to Evanston this season.
And it was chill. It was Hill going through first and Chin coming through to finish. Encore didn't get it. And a net violation called that time against, it looks like Berger actually got whistled for that one. The pass not connecting. And for a Northwestern, oh, they called that on Northwestern actually. Pardon me. So the Wildcats were in the net. Didn't see who it was. They called it on Hill, I guess. Hernandez dug easily. Oh, wow. Holdem from anywhere on the floor.
From the way that was set up, that looked like the easiest block Northwestern was going to get. Holdem was too far back, doing that run from the 10-foot line. Chin and Hill were there.
And suddenly Michigan State leads this set with a couple points to go. Northwestern has seen the tables turn. Rousseau for Hernandez. Big hitter at the start of this set. Holdem with a really tough angle, kept it in. What a dig! Swain keeping it alive. Back and forth, the defenses go here, and Rousseau. Poor pass. Michigan State was making a lot of the mistakes early in this set, but for the junior setter, and she's served really tough today as well. Time Navarrete plays it easier. Hernandez blocks back. Rousseau's got to figure it out. Hill! Oh man, Yosia goes head over toes and gets it done. Nearly a lift, not quite, from Encore. Oh, a poor pass is put away. Maddie Chin makes the Spartans pay for the mistake. Northwestern ends a 3-0 run.
And it seems like Kennedy Hill's trying to break the sound barrier every time she swings, leaving Michigan State reeling. Just watch her unload on every ball, allowing Chin to put it down easily.
That was in Yosia's body. I don't understand how she got that up. She was really talented on that back line, but a poor pass from number one. Just as we were praising, or I was praising her. Stinson has her second ace. And it's a timeout for Leah Johnson. 12 digs, 2 aces, 2 assists for Stinson. Pushes another tough one in, but Swain handles. Guess who, once again, Holdem cannot be stopped right now. And she goes back to the service line, where she's almost as dangerous.
They just can't hold her back in any instance. From the right side, the left, doesn't matter.
Such a talented hitter, and she's brought every ounce of that talent to bear tonight. What a save by Rousseau! Oh my, the one-handed set. That was gorgeous. And the Wildcats tie it up again.
But also great awareness from Dodson to charge in on it as well, knowing there was going to be a joust. Just betting that the ball was going to land on her side and knew what to do with it.
9 kills now for Dodson to lead Northwestern. Dodson and Holdem, the 2 leaders for their teams, and we may have a challenge here. We will. Leah Johnson thought there was a net violation. She thought Rousseau had reached over. Bishop now is going to ask for clarification on what the call on the floor was from our official, and Johnson wants to know whether she was going to challenge based on that, and she will challenge. Watch out for Taylah Holdem coming out of the back row. Instead, it's Ashlayan. Tooling the block and getting the first kill of her match. Only the 7th kill of the season for Ceylin Ashlayan comes at a huge moment.
They keep rolling with her. That was her 7th attempt of the evening. That time just getting it around that block well.
I think Dodson was watching out for Holdem out of the back row too. She came over a little bit late. What kind of pressure can Encore put on the Cats? Goes it right. Tough set for Rousseau. Finds Hernandez. Oh, it was gorgeous from the senior to the sophomore.
The margins cannot be any narrower right now. Every point from this point on is must win.
The 6'5", Julia San Giacomo comes in for the 5'6", Gigi Navarrete. That was a fun little picture. Take another look at the beautiful Avery Hernandez kill. She's tied her season high. Serves that Ashlayan. Kelly touches it over. Stinson for San Giacomo, just long, no touch. The Wildcats went to their kills leader in a huge moment. She couldn't find it, but Shane Davis will challenge in this critical point. He's looking for a touch. Bishop for Kelly. Grace Kelly when the Spartans needed her. What a swing from the left side for number 16.
Such a big point there for Kelly. 4 kills so far. Been really hit or miss, but she's been great all over the floor.
Huge side out. Michigan State, where are they at in terms of substitutions? That's the question here. Leah Johnson was asking. And I think she heard that she's only used 10, which would mean she has 5 left, pardon me. She brings 2 in here.
I feel like you got to look for Holdem this entire way out there.
Absolutely. Berger to serve. It's loud. Right for Rousseau. Dodson on the slide, and she's way wide. Wow, you rarely see Leilani Dodson miss that badly. Her first error of the evening gives Michigan State the set point. It's out. What a gamble by Stinson. It pays off. Berger just missed the line.
It seems almost poetic, Noah. Throughout this entire first 2 sets, Stinson had trouble finding her spot on the court, and a couple aces dropped right over her shoulder. That time keeps them in it.
Somehow, this is the first time Northwestern has gone into extra points all season. It's 25 all. 13 matches deep. I don't know how it can be possible. Set at the net. Can't be saved by Wright. The first kill of the set for Amani MacArthur. Number 19 coming in with a vengeance.
Saw some different personnel from Northwestern on that one. Ellie Huseman and Lauren Carter came on for Dodson and Rousseau, likely in just that rotation game there.
Trying to add to the defense.
They're immediately back on. Excuse me, Dodson's off though, Stinson on.
Grace Kelly, second set point here for Michigan State. Just over the tape. San Giacomo's pass came off the scoreboard. Another mistake for Northwestern, and this time they can't come back from it. Michigan State clinches a massive third set.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Great.
In our conversation, with that conversation heading the way it was, it sounded like it was coming from the back row more, not in the offense, though.
But that's the thing with Hernandez, is she can play that role in the back row, and her
Right.
passing has actually been really excellent today. She's been in for pretty much every point since the start of set 3. With Gigi Navarrete missing that serve right there. Northwestern continues to allow Michigan State to hang around. Stinson. Hernandez again, and this time the block touch slows it down enough. Another kill for Sparty. That play started by Swain. And Michigan State is right back within 1.
That back row from Northwestern continues to creep up, just going over their heads. And Stinson obviously doesn't have a height advantage over anybody here. She's playing the furthest back.
How about Holdem? 18 kills for the 3rd match in a row. Hernandez got a touch. 8 for Hernandez. More than a third of what she had in her entire career leading up to tonight. And you can tell she's just adapting to this role so quickly. Take another look at that huge swing. And just nothing that Bishop could do. Holdem on the other side, rejected. Spartans keep it up. Nice save by Navarrete. Rousseau had to go a long way. Michigan State taking no chances. Navarrete can't dig it out. Power from Moore. Only her 2nd kill in the last 2.5 sets on 23 swings. But Aaliyah Moore got it done right there.
Conference play has not really been kind to Gigi Navarrete as of late. Struggled with passing against Wisconsin, and she's just being pinpointed by Michigan State so far.
First year trying to find her feet, and that time Holdem was trying to go after her, but she commits her first service error instead. Navarrete could use that respite, and the Wildcats are back up multiple points. Meanwhile, Drew Wright has had a really solid contest. 8 digs.
Yeah, under the radar, seriously.
Yeah. She's one of the only Wildcats who hasn't made mistakes from the service line. What a dig, Navarrete. Oh my. Rousseau put it up beautifully for Hernandez. More. Navarrete into the net. Enough bounce back for Rousseau and Hernandez. Gigi Navarrete. I think she heard you, Eli. And she's pumped up after a huge point.
Smile on her face at the end of that point was ear to ear. Gigi Navarrete absolutely earned her flowers on that point. Great dig. Way to set up her team for success on that point.
And for her struggles, she's up to 13 digs now out of that back row. A sigh of relief for number 23. Bishop, back row. Oh, it's Navarrete again. Rousseau saved it. Oh, man. Another highlight reel save from the Wildcats. But Wright can't make it a third. Michigan State is just relentless right now.
Northwestern seemed to have the answer, but sometimes it's just not enough.
This Wildcat block, Eli, which felt ubiquitous for a lot of the first 3 sets, has gone away.
You mentioned the block numbers, 11 team blocks compared to Michigan State's 3 throughout the evening. Scoreboard doesn't show that too kindly.
They're not even putting up the block touches right now, though. Hernandez roll shot handled by Kelly. Watching it go over the shoulder. Not much more could do about that one. Hernandez comes through, pushes it wide, got a touch. I don't think Bishop saw a touch of the net. She could have gotten to that one. Instead, it gives Avery Hernandez her 9th kill. Make it 10. Double digits, ties Dodson for the team high. She's got 9 more attacks than anybody else, Eli.
Now she's set to serve more attempts tonight than all season.
I can't believe she still has the energy. I mean, playing full 6 rotations for now 2 sets in a row. And just destroying that volleyball was Grace Kelly.
You mentioned, how does Hernandez have all the energy? How does Michigan State continue to just unload every single time? Northwestern's going slow quite often on their swings, but Michigan State's put in the prime position every single attempt.
The setting from Berger and Bishop has been really, really good all game long. Dodson, there's a great set. Holdem was there to handle it. Kelly and Dodson trading hits. Stinson keeps it up. Hernandez from the back this time. Not there. That looked like it didn't take a Northwestern touch, and it did not. 4 contacts. Grace Kelly with a slip up. She'd gone a while without an error. Into the nets. Oh, man. That's tough.
Yeah, not the way you want to come out of a successful challenge. Seems like every time Michigan State, whether it's a timeout or a challenge, hasn't come out the strongest, and it's come to victim to the service error quite a few times now.
These teams are now 12 service errors apiece and just 4 aces apiece. It has not been a strong suit of the game for either team. Dodson. Make it 13 for the Wildcats. The Spartans hanging around. Northwestern has pushed that lead to 3 times, multiple times in this set, and each time Michigan State has had the response.
This 4th set almost looks identical to the first, just trading errors back and forth, and Northwestern still holding a narrow lead.
The Wildcats pulled away at the end of that set. Can they do the same here? Well, for as many errors as he had in the first set, we never had 3 in a row. That's a new one.
That one just went right off the outside of Kelly's hand.
Yeah, she mishit it.
She knew
and
it
I think,
right off
I
the
think
hand.
what we're seeing is fatigue setting in, right? These players are tired. We've seen Grace Kelly playing a role she doesn't play that much, playing 6 rotations, or at least getting into the back row consistently. She's got a lot of energy, but not that many players have that much energy. One who does is Taylah Holdem. Whenever the Wildcats send a single blocker, Holdem makes them pay. How about 19 kills for the freshman?
It doesn't even need to be the single block. It was that time, but she's just been unstoppable, really, is the word. Whether it's a single or a double, she's putting it through.
Holdem 2 away from tying that career high. What a performance it's been. Rousseau once sent Giacomo. What a block back by Encore. Holdem. Hernandez pushes it only as far as the Spartans back line, and then another huge swing from number 14.
Northwestern's backline isn't adjusting to what Michigan State's been targeting every time. They're still trying to play it on their toes.
Berger in right now for the Spartans. Serve goes off the net tape. Chin! Oh! The kill off the pass. Michigan State had 5 players in a semicircle like it was a fire pit. And Chin just dropped it in the middle. Chaos on the floor. Kennedy Hill's face said it all that time.
I don't think anyone was more surprised than Kennedy Hill, just frozen on that one.
Look at the reaction from number 17 there. And it's an error of the service variety for Gigi Navarrete. That's Navarrette's 4th service error, which is more than you want to commit, Eli.
It's not the best number to have climb up on your stat sheet. But 14 digs to her name is no small feat.
Here's Julia Bishop punishing Navarrete. Stinson saves it for Hernandez. Nothing doing, but another chance. Hill, too much. No touch. Kennedy Hill's been consistent today. A rare misfire for number 17. And now Michigan State has come all the way back to tie this set at 18. They're not far away from taking this thing. And Bishop is making it closer. Second ace. Julia Bishop doing it all. Shane Davis needs a timeout. Michigan State has won 3 points in a row of how much more consistent their passing has been. That's been one of the differences today.
Absolutely, Noah. They're just getting it done on all sides.
Hernandez. Another chance for the Spartan passing to come in strong. It does, but Kennedy Hill comes stronger.
Noah, during that last break, I was talking about different personnel changes out there. Kennedy Hill and Natty Chin, haven't seen them team up too much throughout this season, but tonight's been really special for them, along with Hernandez, who comes back into the front.
6 blocks for Hill now. Wildcats needed it bad. And Stinson, she'll take that one. A big-time break for the Wildcat libero. She's got her 3rd ace.
The only Wildcat with more than one, and it comes at a crucial point. Northwestern up 1.
That block can keep factoring in. Northwestern can take this set. But it doesn't that time. Hernandez and Dodson are late, and we know what Taylah Holdem does when the block is late.
Matching her career high in kills. That's her 21st.
And
on
again,
40 swings.
she's got kills on more than half of her attacks. Just ridiculous. Punishing serve, handled by Navarrete. Dodson! That block rode the tape. Hernandez, handled by Holdem. She's now got a double-double. She wants a 22nd kill. Instead, it's an 11th attack error. The Wildcats held tight, and the block showed its face.
I mentioned about halfway through this set, it's getting to that point where a mistake multiplies in impact even more once both teams are over 20.
And for Northwestern, if they just have to feel like if they can get this thing to a 5th, they've got an edge. Encore doesn't want to get there. Neil Encore ties it right back up.
Michigan State looking to do whatever it can to head back home to start October with a 3-match homestand.
The Spartans have been to 5 sets just once. It was their last match against Illinois. They don't want to do it again. Overpass. Rousseau can't take it out of the joust. And a rare mistake today from Drew Wright. Cost Northwestern dearly.
You mentioned Michigan State doesn't want to go to 5, but when you get a performance like what Taylah Holdem had in that last one compared to what she had tonight, maybe a little bit deeper is good for her.
Yeah, Holdem struggled in that Illinois match. Did put up the 18 kills, but she's been much more efficient tonight.
Had her first double-double in her career, has her second tonight.
And Encore with her 2nd ace. Neil Encore has been tremendous. Coming on, didn't play in the first set, has been the primary middle since, rotating with Amani MacArthur. Just tremendous work. Now it's Michigan State's to lose, it feels like. Wildcats need to run it clean here. Hernandez, the go-to. Who would have thought I'd say that earlier this evening? Number 8 pays it off when the Wildcats needed her.
She's earned every bit of it throughout the process tonight. 11 kills, now leading the team above Dodson. See how she can do it from the line now.
How about the athleticism from Hernandez? Not looking tired at all. More. Russo's there. This time San Giacomo. Block had time to form and got there in time. And San Giacomo plays it right into that block. Couldn't decide what to do with it. And it's a double match point for Michigan State. Holdem is pumped up. The Spartans are on the doorstep, and Shane Davis is going to challenge here. Basically just getting an extra timeout. I'm not sure how winnable he thinks this challenge is, but he's looking for something, maybe a net violation, maybe a double hit. Not sure what exactly it was.
San Giacomo that time just kept her eye on the ball for too long, and while that is ideally the point, she didn't have the opportunity to read where the block was for Michigan State. They had already set themselves up, and she just pushed it right into him.
Absolutely. Take another look at this last swing. San Giacomo just pushes it in there. No net movement. A little net movement.
Maybe it was.
Did Moore get her arm in that net? Not sure from that angle. Let's see. This
will be
should
the look.
The definitive look. Look at that right arm for Aaliyah Moore.
There it
is.
Quick call. It's
net violation. What a challenge from Shane Davis. He saw Aaliyah Moore in the net, and a massive turn of events from 24-22 to 23-23. They don't come any bigger than that. And Michigan State looks a little bit shell-shocked in their huddle.
Yeah, it looked like Moore didn't even notice. Fooled just about all of us here.
Hernandez to serve. She's been Northwestern's most consistent from the line. Michigan State needs a side out. Bad set. Moore can't save it. Holdem handles it. Out for Kelly. Block touch is enough to get it to right. San Giacomo for the set, and the dig goes out of bounds. Northwestern back from the dead to force a fifth. It's Gigi Navarrete to serve first. Kelly. Block touch slows it up again. Same goes the other way. Oh, Kennedy Hill. Encore had all the power behind her, and Kennedy Hill simply didn't care. It's 7 blocks for the middle.
Northwestern ended the fourth set, scoring 4 straight. They pick up exactly where they left off. And in a shorter fifth set, that was needed from Kennedy Hill, who comes right back on.
Gigi Navarrete loving it. Kelly off the block. From the back row, and it's a net air violation. They got Hill trying to set up for the block. Encore to serve. She's been really good on that service line. Long set. Hernandez, they were ready for her. But Hernandez wins the joust. Michigan State keeps it up. Russo wants her again, and again, Michigan State's block just ready. Number 5 might be running out of ideas, but Kelly gets it done on the other end.
I was going to say during that point, Hernandez looks like an all Big Ten player right now. Just coming out so strong in this match, but Kelly continued to have answers for her team. Putting too much on it through the block.
Neil Encore. Serving tough again and making it hard on Stinson. Wildcats out of system. It doesn't matter to number 8. Avery Hernandez again.
On her 40th swing, she continues to add to her career high. Can't praise her enough, Hernandez.
More than 33% of Avery Hernandez's career kills have come this evening. She's up to 12. Ashlayan. She's got 25% of her kills this season tonight.
No, that happened on the other side of the court, and I'm pretty sure I just felt a wind gust go across my face.
Taylah Ashlayan has a ton of power. Stinson just couldn't save it. Spartans up a point. With Berger pushing it short. Navarrete and Stinson were on their heels, not their toes. And it's an ace. The second for Cameron Berger. Both Michigan State setters have two. Meanwhile, in that last couple of rallies, Julia Bishop set her career high in digs with 17. Hernandez way out of system. Kelly is not. Block, touch. Grace Kelly gets it done. Second kill in the sets. And an early timeout from Shane Davis. Michigan State trying to press their three-point edge. Rousseau finds Hernandez again. The Wildcats needed this point. They don't have it right now. Hernandez trying to brute force it through. And the effort, and it's an excellent effort from Hani Yosia, was not enough.
You see, that was just ingenuity, taking a last-second stab at it. Don't hate it at all, and it nearly paid off.
Right now, Avery Hernandez is the only hitter that Alexa Rousseau is going for. Feels like she's got to get Dodson more involved. Yosia. Spartans out of system, and Moore pumps it into the nets. 5-4. Wildcat block showed up again there on those long sets. They have time to form. Here's Drew Wright. Kelly. And Wright couldn't do anything about it. Grace Kelly has come on strong. 3 kills in this 5th set to bring her to 9 on the match.
Northwestern's back row always needs to locate where 16 is when she's about to swing, because she always goes so deep when they're way too far up to respect it.
We heard about Grace Kelly, the energy she brings to this team, and Michigan State's feeling that in set number 5. Navarrete for Rousseau. There's Dodson on the slide. Didn't get down. Joust saved by Wright. Wow, Hernandez saved that somehow. Tough angle. Doesn't matter to Holdem. Taylah Holdem again. And almost like we forgot about number 14, give her 23 kills.
And on that set from Hernandez that went over, Michigan State's bench immediately all signaled for a double touch. Turned out to not matter as Sparty came away with the point anyway, but just Holdem continues to add them up.
Northwestern close to out of gas. They're on their heels. What does Michigan State have left in the tank? Hernandez keeps swinging. Spartans keep digging. Holdem. Collision for Northwestern. Hernandez again. Doug again. Holdem knew the back line would be late after that collision, and they were, and Shane Davis has to have his final timeout. Taylah Holdem, career high 24 kills. It's actually the 8th point, so they're going to switch sides. The 8th point won by Michigan State. Eli, the Wildcats, fully on their heels and as we come to the break.
There's just really no answer for him right now. Hernandez continues to swing, and it looks like they're content. If they're willing to go out with Hernandez giving it everything she has on every swing, they're fine by it. That 4-point lead came when Michigan State won set 2, 25-20.
Jalen Swain. Dodson slide. Yosia, unbelievable the effort. And then a collision with Swain and the chairs, but it didn't matter. Leilani Dodson has her first kill in a long time.
It looked like Grace Kelly actually blocked Swain from colliding into the chairs, but still not preferable if you're Swain on that slide there. But just great work from Dodson earning it back.
But how about Leilani Yosia? I mean, you can't ask for more. 15 digs and 7 assists for the Michigan State libero. Oh my! Northwestern forgot about the threat that is posed up the middle by Mamani MacArthur.
MacArthur just went straight down on it, and no one was there to respond. That may be the exclamation point if Michigan State can hold on.
12 kills from MacArthur, 2 off for career high, or season high, I should say. Wright didn't want to take a chance on that one. Dodson again, it looks like a touch. No. Leilani Dodson can't bring it back in. It's 10-5, the Wildcats are on the ropes. Shane Davis is gonna challenge. He thought there was a touch on the net there. I thought I might have heard something too, we'll see.
It sounded like there was something as well, but as it stands now, Dodson started this game 9 kills, no errors. Since then, 2 kills, 3 errors.
That was on her first 18 swings. Those last 8 swings have provided those other 5 outcomes.
Here's the look.
Take a look. Dodson down the line. Nope, not seeing anything there.
Might have sneaked just under the wrist of Holdem. Not sure if down the net would give us too much. We're looking for that very far side.
Yeah, it's a tough angle. From what we saw in that first angle, nothing to overturn anything here, but if nothing else, once again, Shane Davis, a de facto 3rd timeout. A key stat here today, Eli, Michigan State has outdug Northwestern at 76-65. They've outdug them in this set 7-3. That back line has been a massive factor all evening for Michigan State.
In their block game, they've been outblocked by a 10-block margin, and it doesn't even matter just because their offense has been so efficient and their back line has been so successful.
Shane Davis loses his challenge. Northwestern is down to prayers. Yosia is on the line. The Wildcats have got to start a run, and it's got to start soon. Right now, this is looking all too reminiscent of Northwestern's last 2 5-set matches. Just running out of steam. Rousseau runs about 20 feet for the bump set. San Giacomo put a good swing on it. But the give and go works for Taylah Holdem. 25 kills. Give her 12 digs to go along with it.
Just running out of descriptors. I feel like I ran out in the 3rd set, but what a day for Taylah Holdem.
She's been everything her team could ask for. Career highs in kills and digs. Rousseau for San Giacomo. There's some touch from Julia San Giacomo. Finally, somebody other than Avery Hernandez getting in on the action. We had the 1 kill for Leilani Dodson, but that's been about it. And Ellie Huseman going to check in for only the 2nd time today. And Northwestern makes a change at setter. Rousseau out for the first time. It's Lauren Carter on the back row.
Carter came in for
served
1
one
point.
other time, but I think Rousseau was also out for that point.
She came in with Huseman last time as well.
That's true. They like that combo. Carter wants Hill instead up the middle, no dice. Huseman and Hill rise, and it forces a tough shot. Bad sets. The gamble by Davis does not pay off. Double hit against Carter. And Rousseau comes right back out with the Wildcats down 6.
If you're Northwestern, especially Shane Davis in that last challenge using it as a timeout, you're telling your team, we didn't come this far just to come this far. You didn't fight all the way through 4 grueling sets just to fall in the 5th. Right now, not looking too good.
Bishop at right. Rousseau for San Giacomo. What a save. Holdem again. 13th dig. Oh my goodness. Swain, you've got to be kidding me with that. And Yosia. Hill on the slide. Finally, Northwestern finds it. But if that didn't epitomize the Michigan State back line tonight, I don't know what did.
You can't.
That sums it up for Northwestern right there.
The 15th service error for the Wildcats. Just 2 points away from Michigan State to come away with a win in a thrilling contest.
So poetic. Holdem is back on the line for Michigan State. But Maddie Chin. First time we've called that name in a long time. It's kill number 7 for Maddie Chin.
And Chin's been having a really well-rounded game so far. That's her 7th kill, 4 digs, and 3 blocks to her name as well. Hasn't been in the front row the entire time, a 6-rotation player. Excuse me, 5 rotation, not really a server.
She has served once tonight. Well, there's a great block initially by Hill and Hernandez, who gets back on that dig. Hernandez tools the block. Northwestern not dead yet, 13-9. Kills for Avery Hernandez, tooled the block for that one of Ashlion. Kelly blocked back. Chin and Hill, and Kennedy Hill slaps the floor on her 8th block. Michigan State needs a timeout. The Wildcats won't go away.
They're not done yet, Noah. Great defense, but it's just been so much back and forth. You can never really pick out one stat that's a defining moment.
8 of those from Kennedy Hill. They could use another from number 17 right here. And she gets it on cue. Hill and Chin again. Have you ever seen somebody as fired up as Kennedy Hill is right now?
Still more work to be done, but that's the attitude you need from Northwestern. Look at the height they get on this.
Navarrete serving tough continually. Ashlion, huge potential kill, but Navarrete saves it. Wildcats keep it in. Who does Bishop go to? It's out for Kelly, off balance on the set. Hill! Kennedy Hill, the savior for Northwestern. 3 points in a row. And the final timeout for Michigan State. Navarrete serving tough again and keeping it in, most importantly. Hernandez again, dug by Holdem for the 13th time. Chin keeps it alive. Kelly, big swing, Hill got a piece of it. Hill wanted it. Hernandez got it and finished 15th for Hernandez. She gets a ride from Rousseau. The Wildcats have stormed all the way back. You couldn't write this.
I'm absolutely speechless right now, Noah. Can't even get the words out of my mouth. Hernandez always just has an answer tonight. You mentioned 15 kills, all of them earned.
Through the middle with authority and a net violation. It's the 3rd time Kennedy Hill has been whistled for one tonight. Finally, Michigan State gets the side out. They've got match point, but at quite a cost. In Northwestern, he's a side out of their own away from getting to extra points. It's Neil Encore, 2 aces tonight. Back to serve. Going after Navarrete, not her best pass. Hernandez off the top of the block. Michigan State will have the chance with Kelly. Hill keeps it up. Oh, a bad pass. It's out, and it ends just like that. Northwestern came all the way back, and the passing that's haunted them all night and throughout Big Ten play is their downfall.
Just the atmosphere right here in Welsh Ryan Arena really sums it up. Just absolutely silencing the crowd that stayed to watch. What a thrilling contest. This is what Big Ten volleyball is all about. Not the way Northwestern wanted to see it come to a close, but just as a spectator, you have to applaud everybody involved.